Good. Kind of see what I can do tonight. I'm gonna draw something from a show I just figured out. Saw on Tubi called Moreville Mysteries. Uh, that's not that bad. It reminds me of All Real Monsters and Invader Zim. At least the art style does. Hope you enjoy it. And feel free to let me know in the comments what you like, what's your favorite classic show, and would you like me to draw something for you. I actually saw a lot of old shows I used to watch on Tubi. There was a show called Jake Tutu. There's also Jimmy Two Shoes. A lot of old shows I used to watch. Even Yu-Gi-Oh! My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series would be Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I have learned so far that Moorville Mystery was actually a really good show, but it only lasted one season. It didn't really get a lot of notice. You can watch the entire season on YouTube and Tubi, so which is alright. Thank you, whoever did. Congratulations. I appreciate it. Just drawing a few things. Character from the show Mooresville Mysteries. Hello, Daisy. Want to stream? Let me know if you actually saw some of these shows. See, a lot of these old classic shows that used to be around didn't really last long on network though. Some of them I actually watched. Way better than what we have now. I know. Nick shows. I used to watch them. There was a lot of them, I remember. I think one of them I watched was Cousin Skeeter. That was a really good show. I loved the intro. You don't see that around media now no more. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate. Another classic Nick show was Real Monsters, of course. One of my favorite shows. Push the boundaries of what to do with animation. Hello, Professor. On to stream. I saw a lot of old shows, good cartoon shows on Tubi. One of them were Jack Chan Adventures. Some I used to watch. I like that show. And Yu-Gi-Oh! My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Be kind, double tap, live. Uh, Thank you, Daisy. Anyway, this is the character from Moreville Mysteries. At least one of them. I think this guy actually name is Mo. I just watched the show a reason. Oh yeah, Rocket Power, definitely a classic one I used to watch. Those shows were great back then because back then the cartoon show was just about the cartoon. Just making a fun cartoon. Just about entertaining. Now it's about politics and gender identity. And even rebooting those shows just ruined them. Yeah, another classic is Wild Thornberries. That's a good one. And Chalk Zone. Can't remember another one I used to watch. Can't remember what it is. But something. Can't describe it either. Hello, Daisy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and I did watch the anime Jumanji show before. That show showed more about the world of Jumanji. Oh, there was one show uh, about this kid in a wheelchair. Can't remember the name of it. I just placed the order for my comic books. 10 issues. So suit up. Issue 1. Through Miximum, just like I got my first one from. That shipping cost me $56. But it'll be worth it once I start selling it in the store. There's another classic Nick show I used to watch. Or what you used to watch. I remember the original All That. And Keenan and Kel. And not just Nickelodeon. I remember when Disney used to have a lot of classic shows now then. Yeah, a lot of them. I think I remember more of those than I do with on Nickelodeon. I think one of them was called the Jersey. But some kids would wear some kind of magic jersey. You turn them into different sports stars. There's a show about some kid who played the secret agent on a show, but also a secret agent in real life. I can't remember if this show was on Nickelodeon or not. The Brothers Garcia. Remember that show? Let me know if you saw it. It was on Nickelodeon or Disney. Can't remember exactly, but I did remember seeing it. Also, Weekenders. Of course, Recess. It's a classic show. And another classic Nickelodeon show was, of course, Ren and Stimpy. That show really pushed the envelope of what was allowed. And back then, a lot of show networks got away with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff wouldn't fly now. Here's another character from the show, Moreville Mysteries. I just feeling too hard and just draw a second one next to him. I think I'll maybe draw. Next one I'll be doing is maybe Hellboy animated. I remember watching animated Hellboy, but he only ever made two movies: Blood and Iron and Sword of Storms. But it's gonna be a huge franchise, even bigger, more bigger one, but a collection of animated Hellboy movies. But unfortunately, it never did. And we only got two, and maybe a few comic books in that style out of it. Lately, Hellboy ain't been doing too good. Ron Perlman is and always will be Hellboy. Like Chad with Bowman will always be the Black Panther. He wasn't the Black Panther for long. In no moments, he was the Black Panther. The first Black Panther on screen. May he rest in peace. Anyway, that other Hellboy reboot movie, yeah, it didn't work out well at all. They could have gotten someone else to play Hellboy. I remember watching the first two movies. They were classics. Ended on a cliffhanger. With Hellboy becoming a dad, about to have twins. I would like to see what the kids would look like in the third movie. Also, the whole thing with the apocalypse coming, facing off against maybe his own father or his uncle. Remember in the comic books, you face off against someone, and you have to go to hell for a while. And of course, in the comic books, he left the BPRD for a bit. But I think he also goes back eventually. You know, the anime Hellboy should have been what Creature Commandos could have been. Should have been. Hello, um, Veggie, YT. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Yes, I am still drawing. I'm drawing animated Hellboy, and I have a comic book being published. Self-published, but still, I had to got something in the door. Hello. Thank you. I will. Hello, Shrek, and I will do it. I'm gonna be having a comic book published soon at an actual comic book store in a place called Cosmic Comics and Getting Cards. A local comic book shop in Grand Prairie. I'm gonna hopefully have my comic book published there. I took it up there about a few weeks ago to show off my comic book, see if they can sell it there, and they actually liked it and want to sell it up there. The thing is, I need more copies. You just call me QT Comics, Shrek. You can call me QT Comics. That's my username, and that's my comic brand. The QT are the ones in my name, the letters in my name. Your Q and T in my name. That's why I came up with QT Comics. It's my comic brand. They said they want to have my comic book suit up in their store, and I'm gonna do it. I should need more copies, and when I take it up there, we gotta negotiate a price for them. Just like that, my comic book gonna be sold in their store. I'll get a percentage of what's sold from it. I get half, they get half. Either way, I'm making money. It won't be a lot, but at least I got something published, actually. Because I got something my foot in the door. And the money I get from my comic book will go straight into my savings. Be one step closer to going to Japan. I should hope by then the border isn't closed off. Because there's a lot of nuisance streamers and obnoxious tourists in Japan, making Americans look bad. Gonna ruin the whole experience for the rest of us. People over there just can't seem to get their act together. Hello, Turtle Green. Can you draw a cat from Sonic the Hedgehog? Please, I know it's weird. I'm just a big fan of it. If it's okay. Yes, I can draw it. Draw a cat from Sonic. Are you talking about Blaze the cat, or it's just some random cat? Thank you, Turtle Green. I appreciate the grat. Are you talking about Blaze the cat, or some random cat? Okay, then. I can look up the image and draw it. That's another thing. I'm a kind of a visual artist. Well, I guess I have to see what it looks like if I'm gonna draw it properly. I don't have a photographic memory. If I did, I'd probably be able to draw a whole lot more stuff just by looking at it once and going from that. I'll draw it after I draw Hellboy. I watched both the first movies, Hellboy and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. Can you draw a picture of cake pop, demon, hot drinks? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Shrek. You explain that a little bit more? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. See, I see it before. Which one are you talking about? Thank you, Turmo. I drive to improve my art. If I'm gonna publish a comic book, I gotta improve my art. At least practice every day with different styles. Shrek, can you clearly explain what cake, pop, demon, hot drinks are? What you're talking about? Well, there's Hellboy, animated Hellboy drawn. Thank you, I appreciate it. Now I'm going to draw a cat from Hellboy. I mean, cat from Sonic the Hedgehog, from requested by Terrell Green. Hmm. I'm seeing lots of here. I see Biggs the cat, see Blaze, and some other random cat characters. Hello, a white ray, welcome to the stream. Terrell, I'm not sure which one, so I'm probably just gonna maybe draw. I might just draw Big the cat. Is that what you want? If you want me to draw Big the cat, or I can draw some cat Sonic OC, or see if they have the animal cat. Either way, I'm gonna start drawing. Or Sonic OC. Okay, then I could do that. Probably gonna be a simple one though. I actually did my own Sonic OC once, see before. I called him Crossroad the Roadrunner. He also has his own crop of friends. He has a friend named the Coyote. She kind of like Amy Rose and Tails. She's smart. She also happens to be high-headed, and she does have a secret crush on Crossroad. I remember that game 101. I actually tried to play that game once, but I could never get to it. I could never actually get it. And not actually the gameplay, what I mean. I couldn't get the game. Then eventually that game died out. There's other thing I think came Pirates 101. But I eventually died out too. I wanted to play it, but I never could. I remember playing Battle On. That was a browser game I used to play a lot. What time do I start what? My drawings? Is that what you're talking about, Shrek? Yeah, back then I used to play a lot of browser games. Mostly Battle On. I have a question. Do you have a dog or any pet or not, just out of curiosity? Yes, I do have a pet. I have three. I have three dogs. Two of them are pit bulls, and one of them is a red heeler. Well, Terrell, go with that. 6 dogs. That might be a lot of work. And definitely walking them around. My dogs are 2 of them are girls and 1 is a boy. We have to chew on a lot of stuff, just like my dogs do. Yeah, it's adorable. Mine are still pretty young too. Not fully grown yet, but they're pulling me around like they are. Actually, I only do my live streams Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I do random other videos, my Style Chronicles videos, on the rest of the week. I post Style Chronicles videos, drawing videos of me drawing different stuff, practicing different art styles. But my live streams, where I draw live, only happens Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Trying to do a lot more live streams so I can get monetized. So when I get monetized, the sooner I'll be able to have enough money to make more money while drawing. And find my way to Japan. If you don't want to say, but what are your dog's names? Sorry for all the questions. My dog's names are Penny, Willow, and Montrell. Montrell the boy. Those are my dog's names. Penny, Willow, and Montrell. And here's the cats. Here's the cat Sonic OC. Hope you like it, Terrell. Green. My Sonic. Oh, the Sonic Cat OC I drew. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you like it. I said this before, is that James Gunn Creature Commander should have been more like Hellboy. No, I do not have a kid. I'm still single. James Gunn Creature Commando should have been more like Hellboy. After all, in the comic books, Frankenstein is DC's Hellboy. He completely butchered him in that show. It should make another Suicide Squad. And I think we're all kind of tired out with the Suicide Squad. Hmm. I'm for now kind of focusing on trying to get my comic done. Wanted to finally have something published so I can make extra cash to fund my way to Tokyo, Japan. When I'm in Japan, I'm going to be learning more about art and anime and manga, as well as absorbing myself in the culture and eating as much food as I can. But the time I get there, a lot of stuff is probably going to be restrictive to tourists because of those nuisance streamers. And those are not just tourists to be in Japan, making Americans look bad. Maybe you can draw a gumball from any world gumball. Yes, I can draw a gumball. Draw a picture of Shin Sonic. Sorry, I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not drawing Shin Sonic. Sorry, Shrek. I don't draw that kind of stuff. I won't even draw ugly Sonic. But I'll draw a gumball. I don't draw creepy stuff. I don't know how that stuff even gets started. Yeah, I know. I can draw a gumball right now. I remember that show when it was on. It started out good, but after a while, Gumball just became an obnoxious jerk. Wishing the reboot they brought back, continuation brought back, to kind of age him up a little better. And maybe gave him a different outfit. Showed he actually grew. I've been thinking about maybe drawing some other stuff, like drawing my own way how Creature Commander would look like. Or just maybe drawing Frankenstein. So I would make Frankenstein that, well, thinking about it for a while. Maybe making Frankenstein some kind of Shaolin monk. He's still made by Victor Frankenstein, but he'd be more like the comic book one with DC. But Victor Frankenstein is actually the monster. Frankenstein escapes him and kept running. My thing, it would be like that too. Even as a creature hanging from his wall, surgery bed, Frankenstein knew that his creator, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, was the true monster. So I work at a restaurant. Still trying to find another job around here where I live now. That way I don't have to use an Uber so much. Too much money on Uber. But until then, I'm gonna work at the same job I have. Better have some money than no money. Anyway, Frankenstein would become a monk, a Shaolin monk. He ended up in the mountains of the Himalayas and found by some monks. He somehow ended up in Shangri-La. He stayed there for about over 1,000 years, learned about Buddhism and Shaolin martial arts, found peace with the world. That was until some of Frankenstein's creations started attacking villages down below. After he realized someone is continuing his creator's work. So he left the monastery to go find answers. That's when he found out that Victor Frankenstein, his original creator, is still alive. He experimented on himself to give himself immortality. Now that's Frankenstein to stop the creator once and for all. It just takes practice, Turbo Green. It takes a lot of practice. I wasn't able to draw like this before. I just kept drawing and practicing, learning from art books. I have plenty of art books. Also learning from videos I watch on YouTube, and some I just learned on my own. I originally taught myself. And now whenever I see a cartoon long enough, I get the urge to draw in its style. And here's Gumball from Amazing World Gumball. Tell me what you think about my Frankenstein thing idea. Eventually he would join an organization just like the BPRD or Shade from DC, where you face off against supernatural threats. I have to go, but I did subscribe to your live and your channel, Owen, and I liked it. Liked it very much. Thank you, Terminal Green. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout for more of my other videos. And check out my other channel for my other videos, my other live streams, and my community board. Well, I think I'm going to end the live stream right here. I got some drawing done. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe my channel for more videos. Hit the bell icon, don't forget to put more videos. Be on the lookout for my church and bricks and minifigs, as well as the other stuff I do, like the conventions I be attending this weekend. Bye Shrek, bye Turbo Green. This weekend I will be attending the Irving Fan Festival this year, so I'll be on the lookout for that. And also feel free to leave comments in the community board for ideas for other Style Chronicles videos and live streams. Remember, I do my live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so be on the lookout for that. As well as feel free to subscribe to my channel for more. The more subscribers I get, the closer I get to becoming monetized. Hello, Chill Stuck. I guess I could draw Cuphead right quick. After that, I'm probably gonna cut the stream off. I'll draw Cuphead right quick. That video game based off of classic cartoons, black and white cartoons, like early Mickey and Oswald, Mickey's older estranged brother. It was actually Walt Disney's first creation till some copyright stuff happened, and then he created Mickey in return. And I think Oswald was an antagonist in the first game of Epic Mickey. Also recently, to try to make doing this style for a Looney Tunes reboot. To be honest, it's ugly. Well, for Looney Tunes. They should rewind the old Looney Tunes show. Nothing wrong with those. Moral of that story is don't deal with the devil. Remember, if I remember correctly, that game had two endings. One where you beat the devil, and one where you join the devil. Although I think this style was kind of used in that show, My Life as a Teenage Robot. It used to be on Nickelodeon. Also one of my favorite shows. There's Cuphead. There's the rainbow. I really want to try to go off now, but fine. It seems simple. Cause the thing is, I don't draw creepy stuff. I mean, I drew the El Gran Maha once, but that's a cryptid. Nothing creepy about cryptid. Certain cryptids. I actually do coloring online. I prefer to do coloring online. I do digital coloring. Well, there it is. Well, from what I've seen, looked up an image of it, drew it from what I saw. Buzza was a cat, Cuphead, a rainbow. All right, that's all for tonight. Feel free to stay tuned for our Style Chronicles live this Friday. I will be doing another one then. Also, The Fox superhero. I'm sorry, Jill Stark. I'm gonna cut off now. But I can do it next. You can come next Friday. Come this Friday, and request more drawings. Then gotta get ready. I gotta get to bed. Oh, thank you. Feel free to come back Friday and request more drawings. I will be up then to do more. I do my live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you all, and have a nice night.